Well, here's the bear that is going to be featured this week here on YouTube. I caught this bear in 2006 in the state of Maine, and it's probably one of the last, if not the last, bear ever legally caught in a foothold. It was outlawed after that season, and Maine was the last state that you could legally do it in at the time, and it was outlawed at the end of that season. But I caught this bear in a foothold. You can see he's just a monster, an old bruiser. He's got a little bit of, he had a little bit of mange. He just was an awesome bear. But it actually qualified because of the skull size for the Maine Antler and Skull Club, and got a little certificate there from them. And as you can see, the skull is just a really big skull, a lot of character, just a really big bear that was just an awesome catch. I put the trap in the ground and showed patience, which as a trapper you need to do, and I caught him on the last night of our trip. And as I said, it's probably one of the last, if not the last, bear legally caught in a foothold in the state of Maine, or anywhere in the world for that matter. But just an awesome bear, and we're going to share that set and catch with you in this clip. We hope you enjoy. We're going to show you that process. We're going to show you how it's set up. I believe it's 20 feet. We have to stay outside a circle. Going to put the signs up to let people know there's a bear trap in the area, all the safety included. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to show you the inner workings of this trap. Everybody has a misconception that bear traps mangle and things of that nature. I'm going to actually show you that's not the case. And Oren, I know that you guys fought really hard for the bear trapping initiative a couple years ago, and there's a general consensus now that this may be the last year for it in the state of Maine. What are your thoughts on that, and do you feel that that's actually what is going to happen?
Well, I think that this year will be the last year for the steel trap. We may be able to keep the cable snare, but as far as the steel trap, that's about the end of it. And as you can see, there is a misconception. The traps we use are much smaller than the old day traps. It has an offset jar in it. These traps have been made to work and be as humane as possible.
Exactly. They've been made to accompany the animal. I mean, you have a high bear population up here, and the only way to control that population is through the methods that you're using at this time, through trapping, through snaring, through hunting, and through hounds if you want to use dogs. And year in and year out, it seems that more hunters are coming here, and more bears are being taken, but the population continues to thrive. And I think that's something that a lot of people wouldn't know or wouldn't think out there.
We're taking roughly 4,000 bear a year out of the state, and the population is climbing every year. Slightly, but it is climbing, and that shows you that you got a strong population, and you're not hurting the population at all by taking them out trapping, hounding, or overbait.
Exactly. Well, I appreciate it again having us up here. We're going to head back this little trailer here, and we're going to show you how to put in a bear set. Before we set the trap in there, what I did want to do is I wanted to show this trap to you a little bit. It's got the round offset jaws, and it's got the stabilizer points. They're not teeth. The antis out there and everybody would have you think that they're teeth that grab and maim, and that's not the case. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on my foot here to show you that that's not the case. This is made by a gentleman here in Maine, and as I showed you before, it's got the good swivel, good heavy chain. And one thing I failed to mention about the chain around the tree, which I'm going to show you here in a little bit as well, which helps the animal. But we're going to put this in, and I'm going to stick my foot in it, and you're going to see what I'm talking about. I'm going to have to use you for stability here. As you can see, I got this trap which weighs about 40 pounds, I think, on my leg, and you can see that, I mean, I'm not going to get out of that just because of those stabilizer points, but it's also not hurting me. And I have boots on, but still, if it had the pressure that everybody tells you it would have, that would be hurting me right now. That is made to hold the animal, and you're going to lose trapping this year, I know, and it's a shame because this is not information that the public's seen.
Right. Like the old days, they broke the leg, the animal would be gone. We're here to catch an animal, restrain it, and come in and harvest it.
Exactly, and that's one good point that I failed to mention. This is your livelihood.
That's right.
You're not going to come out here, you're not going to do things that hurt animals or maim them to where they get away, because that's your livelihood. These people are paying you to get these animals.
Exactly.
That's a great point.
Handling nest raiders is our specialty, and you can become the steward of your own land with our North American Trapper Scent Package, which includes our Coonbuster DP bait and magnet trailing scent. Our sweet scented trailer will draw them in, where our Coonbuster will then take over, and its soaked crawfish essence will entice those nest raiders to work the trap consistently. Look no further than our North American Trapper Combo Scent Package for all your predation control needs. North American Trapper. Proven products. Proven conservation.
This bear is working his way down this trail right here, and he's working his way down, and right here at this log that goes here, he's coming down and he's placing his right foot here, and he's stepping over, and his left foot is landing right here like this. So when he comes in, he's going, and when he lands there, that's where we want to put our trap. We don't want to change anything here. This little twig, this little branch that's right here, we don't want to disturb that. We don't want to yank that out. We're going to work around that so we don't disturb anything to make anything look unnatural that he's used to when he comes in here. Now, there are a couple other trails that come into this bait that have some bear activity, but we feel this is the best trail, and we're only going to set the one trap. Now, what I have, though, is on this tree right here, we're not going to put any scent or anything. We're going to put some scent on that tree, and we're also going to put some scent on that tree behind where the camera's at right now. And that gives him, if he does come in that other trail or another trail, he'll come over here and investigate this trail, and we'll get him there. Because no matter which way he goes on this trail, if he's coming this way, he's going to put his left foot down. If he's coming this way, he's going to put his right foot down before he steps up over. So we're in a good position there. We got our trusty trap. What we use is a pretty heavy chain here, and we use that to hold it to the tree. And we also have, this trap has an amazing swivel on it, and it just goes around very good. It gives the animal the opportunity to rotate and not hurt themselves. We showed you the trap, we showed you the spot we're using. This is where I'm going to place my trap, right here like I showed you. So I want to dig that out. I want to dig this out, but I don't want to ruin it. I just want to get down in there to where I'm able to get my trap down in there. Now, remember, I told you don't take this twig out of here. We want to keep that there because that animal's used to seeing that when he's stepping over. And he's coming in here, so we want to dig that out, get down in there to where we can bed that trap and not have a problem. And we're gonna pound that out. Okay, now we got to set our trap, which you can actually set these with your hands, just pushing down on the springs. All right, now we got that trap set. As you can see, this is a pretty big trap. Let's see if that's gonna work. There we are. That's going to work for us. Now, like we were telling you earlier, we need to fasten the chain around the tree. And what we have here, some good sturdy chain. We're going to take that, we're going to wrap that right around the tree, and we're going to fasten that with a padlock. So, getting this around the tree. And one other thing I failed to mention is, you notice I'm not wrapping this chain around the tree. I'm not taking the chain and wrapping it around. What that does, if you only have the chain like this, that gives that animal a chance to work the whole way around the tree, and that also, you know, is something that is fair to the animal, and that's what we're out here for anyway. So that's one thing that you have to remember. You're not wrapping the chain, you're actually just connecting it so it's a big circle. Okay, now I have my bed made there. So now we got our chain attached to the trap. Now we're going to bed this trap in there exactly where we want it. So we move that over. And there we go. Now that we're ready to finish this set off here, I went, and you can find moss in most of these places on rock, and I went and I got a good piece of moss. And bears love stepping on moss. So we're gonna put this, actually cover the trap pan with this to kind of give him a target when he steps over or steps up to land on. And then we're just gonna fill in around the edges of that. So we're gonna place that here. And there, that's giving him a place to go to put his foot now. And we want him to jam right in there or jam right in there on the other side. And then all we do now is just fill in around the moss with the leaves and the other stuff that we have here. And we leave that moss there to kind of give that target to the animal. To finish this set off, we got two things we need to do yet. I want to put another trap. We have a trap tag on my trap, but I also want to put a trap tag on the chain here because I don't want anybody having any problems with the set. So we got the trap tag here. It's just a right-on trap tag, and we're going to put that here. Now it is silver, so we want to get that down in there, and we want to definitely take leaves and cover that up. We don't want it to be seen from above or from the side, so we cover that up, and then we're all set to go. I'm going to put a little bit of the Trophy Blend vanilla scent on the one tree over here and the other tree over there to try and get him to come that way if he does come in behind us. And this set's pretty much done, and hopefully we'll come back here and have one to show you guys. I'm excited, and I appreciate Tim and Oren having me up again to do this, and hopefully we'll get it done. This vanilla Trophy Blend, and it's almost like a deodorant stick. It's the scent stick. So I'm gonna load this tree up, as I said, and we're gonna put some on the other tree over there to maybe get him to work both ways. One thing I failed to mention here, what we're doing right now is we're putting up some wire. It's got to be 2 feet off the ground and 4 feet off the ground. We have to put 2 wires up, and we need to hang bear trap signs on them at about 30 yards around that trap. So any humans or people with pets or whatever coming in here know that that's there, and this makes that set legal. So that's the last thing that we're doing. And once we get this done, we'll get out of here.
He's huge.
Oh my God, he's huge. That is a monster bear. I don't know how good he's in there. We gotta get over there. He's in there pretty good. He's in there good. That is a monster. Look at the size of that bear. Heads up. That bear
That's a nice
is
bear.
huge. Huge. Well, you know, we talked about foot damage a little bit. We showed you that other one earlier. And as you can see here, this bear is in there by 3 toes. And there's not hardly any damage on here. We're going to take this trap off and actually show you. Ooh. Well, that was good. You can see that trap had him right here. And there's hardly any damage there whatsoever. There's no skin breakage at all. And, you know, you hear a lot of myths out there. You hear a lot of people, oh, you shouldn't be trapping bears. The teeth on the traps, they talk about all these things. And we've shown you 2 bear that we caught this week, and there's no damage whatsoever. We had a good high catch, no damage on that bear. A good foot catch is exactly what we wanted here. and no damage on that. We had this stick. I don't even think this is the stick. This is actually a tree that was ripped out. But that trail, if you remember, came this way and then went out through there. We put that vanilla and we put that anise scents on these trees, one over here and one over here that we showed you, to try and get that bear or any bear that comes in to kind of work out this trail. This bear, as we showed you, we were caught in the right front foot here, and that bear, actually, the way that bear would have come over, it landed on that moss we had here with its right foot. And once again, this is an absolute brute. I mean, he's huge. He's got to weigh at least 300 pounds. We're going to take him to the check station right now. I want to thank Tim and Orrin again at Bounty Hunter Guide Service. They did a great job for us.
North American Trapper Predation Packages. Get any one of our specific trapping packages that has been ultimately designed to help you become the master predation controller of your farm, ranch, or hunting lease. Control the predators that are costing you time and money, and get out there trapping today with one of our North American Trapper Predation boxes. All of the packages come with the trapping essentials to get you out in the field, plus an instructional DVD that will show you the way. Visit us at NorthAmericanTrapper.com and start breaking dirt today.